All right, this is Lieutenant Colonel Super Dave Rains for Ben After Dark. Live well and party on. And we are here on a very, very special day. We have a very, very special guest all the way from Stockholm, Sweden, via Berlin, Germany. Uh, World renowned artist, DJ, producer, record label owner, fashion designer, and yes, folks, pharmacist. Can you believe it or not? So she's here tonight. We're going to be at the Venue Food and Wine Bar for the Ben After Dark Live Well and Party On world premiere event featuring Sanna La Fleur. And she can not only mix you a prescription, she's going to really mix you up on the CDJs tonight. So Sanna La Fleur, it is an honor, a privilege, and it is with great excitement and exuberance that we welcome you to Denver, Colorado, the 5280 for Ben After Dark. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for that introduction.
Was it all right?
It was great.
All right, awesome. So glad to have you here. It's really amazing after seeing you and having you here. It's a little surreal, but it's a dream come true. So thank you so much for coming for our world premiere event. I'm also here joined from the squad, Major Valtrysit.
Hi.
And we have a very special guest host from Fox News 21, living local, Maria Parmigiani. Okay, so it's a mouth, folks, full, but I got it. So glad to have you here, Maria. Looking forward to emceeing the event. Thank you for coming out for this. So we'll get right into the interview with Sanna La Fleur from Power Plant Watergate. I want to ask you now. You're a pharmacist by profession. How in the world did you find your way into the jet set life of international DJ producer, record label owner, fashion designer, and you have a stake in the Watergate Club in Berlin?
I'm a resident at the Water Club in Berlin, yes.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, I've always been a music nerd. And I grew up, I
Right.
think my love for music comes from a lot of years dancing, a lot of classes when I was a kid.
Right.
And then all these things you mentioned is all like creative parts. And for me, it's like, one thing nourishes each other. So, yes. I
Yeah.
mean,
Is there one thing you love more than anything?
I mean, like, I'm a DJ at heart, so of those things, like, I really love to play music for people.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm a music nerd too. So some people might say I'm just a nerd in general, but so you're originally from Stockholm, Sweden. How did you land in Berlin? And can you tell us about the Swedish connection between you and the real Adam Beyer? Is it Beyer? And Ida Enberg?
Yeah. I'm actually from Örebro. It's like 2 hours from Stockholm. I grew up there,
Okay.
then I lived in Stockholm. And before I moved to Berlin. And Berlin, what time I moved there, like 12 years ago, it was a music mecca for techno and underground electronic music.
Right.
So that was like, was pulling me there. And I was working as a pharmacist, and I wanted to get going with my own productions. So I took some time off my pharmacy duties, and I
Right.
went to Berlin for some inspiration, and then I'm still there. So I never went back. And Swedish connection, yeah. I mean, Adam and Ida, they're friends of mine since a long time.
Right.
Sweden is not that big country,
Right.
9 million people.
Wow.
So, and the scene is pretty small there, so we all more or less know each other.
Right.
So yeah. And I released on his label, sub-label to Drum Code Truso.
Yes, drum code.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's on that way.
Well, that's amazing. Small country, but three of the best DJs in the world. Who would figure, folks? So I'm going to turn it over to Major Valtrysit, and she'll ask a few questions.
Hi, Sana. So your career took off like a Elon Musk SpaceX rocket. Who inspired you, and how would you describe your music? Would you describe it as house, techno, progressive house, or something completely different?
I would say it's like a blend of house and techno. I'm coming from when I started out, I played more US garage and soulful house, and then of course like Berlin when it's minimal techno, and also playing techno before that. So I would say it's a mix. Yeah.
I love techno. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you, Super Dave.
All right. And folks, you are watching Ben After Dark, Live Well and Party On. We are here with world renowned artist La Fleur from Power Plant, Watergate, who will be playing tonight at the Venue Food and Wine Bar, 2817 East 3rd Avenue, right here in Denver. So come on down for that. Let me pass it on to Maria. She's going to have a few questions.
I have just a couple. All right. So you were part of Ben After Dark's Magnificent Seven DJs that we picked to follow on a weekly basis for a year. So I want to give you a DJ or producer, and I just want to give me the first thing that pops into your head, okay? Yeah. All right. Carl Cox.
Amazing big legend.
Legend. I love that. Okay. Nicole Mudaber.
Also very cool girl. Also who was like, Carl Cox was fronting her a lot, or like pushing for her a lot.
Yeah. All
I
right.
never met her actually in real life, but she's great. Yeah.
So chill. All right. We describe her as chill. Okay. Jamie Jones.
Also really good artist who runs Hot Creations, and met him briefly. He seems like a super nice guy too. Does his thing very well.
Well, okay. And how about Nastia?
She's great too. She's lovely. She's also she can be versatile in her performance, and I really like what she does.
Ooh, I love some versatility. How about Hot Since '82?
A good friend of mine, and also been playing a lot for him. For his Labyrinth part in Ibiza, and also for his Knee Deep in Sound. I did a remix for his label, and he's a great guy too.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that leads me into my next question. Why is Ibiza so special?
Sorry, what? Ibiza. It's just like a magic place in many ways. It has a lot of history to it. It is just magic in many places. And of course, like the weather, the sun, and a lot of great clubs and a lot of music. Yeah.
You can't
It's
beat
just,
it.
no, you can't beat it.
It seems like there's always a party going on in
Yes,
Ibiza.
yeah.
All right.
Pretty
And
much.
then also, how is the Watergate Club in Berlin?
It's great. It's like my residency club since 2013 now, and I try to play there monthly. And it's a great crew that runs it. Really has music at its heart, and it's an amazing place. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to pass it back to Dave.
All right, Val's got one more question for you.
Yes. I would like to ask you, Sana, what do you have out new on Power Plant, and what can we expect from your set tonight?
And new on Parkland is gonna come a new EP from me later down this year, towards the end of the year, and a remix from Manpower. And also, like, I'm gonna start pushing Power Plant a bit more now this coming year too. So a lot of exciting happened in that campus. I'm really excited about that. And then tonight I will play some really good music.
Absolutely. That's
Yay.
what you hear, folks.
Yes.
So, all right, awesome. I want to give a special thanks to the Halcyon, Courtney Griffin, Jillian Hunter Thayer of J Public Relations, Blake DeMaio of Venue Food and Wine Bar, of course Maria from Fox News 21 Living Local, Val, and of course Sanna La Fleur. So for Ben After Dark, Live Well and Party On, I'm the Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Super Dave Rains, and we hope to see you tonight.